I don't know how you spin trying to play the knockout game on the street, spotting an innocent person, just simply walking down the street, okay? And then you going up behind them, trying to knock them out for views, clicks, likes, and comments on the internet, and somehow spin it to everybody's being mean to me on the internet. I just simply made a mistake. I don't know the thought process on that one and if anybody's buying it, but we've got an example of that, as fantastical as that scenario might seem. Teen admits to randomly sucker punching strangers at Texas park for social media attention. Everybody makes mistakes. You consciously went up behind somebody, okay? Reached up behind you with some terrible hook form, by the way, okay? And sucker punched an old man talking on his phone. And what's even worse, you didn't even knock him out. Like, what a weak little bitch we have right here. A Texas teenager admitted to randomly punching unsuspecting victims in public for social media attention, claiming, I just made a mistake. I noticed there was a bee flow right close to his ear, and I was just trying to knock it off for him. Anyways, as police launched an investigation into violent attacks. Yeah, that's assault, brother. Like 1000%. I don't know how you try to negotiate your way out of that one. Alford Lewis, he's 19, he didn't know better. Unbelievable. Was captured on video walking on a trail at Wortham Park in Houston, attacking at least two people. I thought I've only seen the clip of the one, and unfortunately, because YouTube being the big gay, I can't show you the actual video, but just know that he just walked up behind somebody, make sure that the shot is framed, and then just sucker punch somebody in the back of the head. But this happened twice. He made mistakes. That's why I said plural. I said mistakes. Everybody makes some mistakes. Harris County Sheriff's Office launched a probe. Soon. Lewis is going to be finding out what the alternative definition of launching a probe is very shortly. Soon after the disturbing video was posted on social media and shared on the Neighborhood Watch app next door to identify the suspect. I'd imagine those rap sheets probably look conspicuously similar. The video sparked rage and concern among the park's frequent visitors who wanted action taken against the shameless suspect. No, he just made a mistake. Come on now, everybody does. Lewis has since come clean about his wrongdoings. I just made a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. Look at that. Okay, you get a screenshot of that. Does that look like a mistake? Does that look like he was trying to greet one of his friends and, just accidentally mistook him for somebody else? Like, no, that was deliberate. You were trying to do something. Now you're trying to explain it all away. The teen admitted, and then, after being tracked down and confronted outside his home not far from the park by the outlet. Lewis shared that he committed the outrageous string of attacks to get likes and views from YouTube and TikTok channels. Unbelievable. I really didn't expect it to go so left, Should have had better form, you asshole. None of the victims in the viral video fight back after being accosted by the teen. He's 19 years old, by the adult. He's not a teenager. By the textbook definition, but then that also carries heavy implications. It's like, who the fuck is that? Like, an adult did this? Like, a legal, draftable, taxable adult did that. Unbelievable. And seem more startled after being hit. Lewis said the video only highlights the bad part of his actions and does not show what happens afterwards. You hit them. How are you trying to explain this shit away? What people don't see is I shook his hand after I gave the man a hug. After you tried to cave his skull in. Okay, let's just go ahead and play this out. You knock him out, okay? After you almost lose your pants and it looks like you're trying to set up for a shitty German suplex. But you sucker punch somebody in the back of the head, okay? You just knock them right there, okay? They just go out like that. They land face first. On concrete. Okay, on the sidewalk right there. It was all just going to be a joke. What if you were successful in any of those things? Okay, you end up with a broken nose, broken orbital bone, I don't know, maybe a fractured skull or something like that. Because, one of the other guys that's in there, pretty big dude, at least the one that I seen. I didn't see this clip right here, but obviously, he's going against a certain demographic of walker that's out there. Very funny. He doesn't want to go for, anybody that might potentially fight back. Instead, you're just going to go after, scared white guys. But I'll continue. But people, don't see, I shook his hand afterwards. Lewis shared that his parents were disappointed by his behavior. After discovering what happened, the video received backlash of harsh reactions due to its unprovoked, violent nature. Yeah, I thought we already moved past this trend on social media of the knockout game. I thought that was the gimmick from a few years back. Before you go out and do anything that you feel is bad or that could look bad, make sure, like, people know. Or just don't do it at all. Oh, thanks. Now we're getting life advice from a fucking criminal. Lewis advised others about doing the similar for clout. It's unclear if any of the victims have pressed charges against the teen for his violent acts, according to the outlet. But yeah, criminal charges should be brought because, well, if there's no repercussions, then guess what? What's the incentive? He's getting the clout that he was looking for, and that's my big problem with this. But we'll finish out the article before I go ahead and, opine a little bit more. It's a nice, quiet neighborhood in Houston. Okay, so I'm a little surprised someone's that brazen to come up and hit somebody without warning or without reason. An unnamed resident who says he walks in the park 4 days a week told the outlet Lewis's actions highlighted disturbing trends. A disturbing trend among the youth who seek to gain online fame. Holy. In August, Philadelphia TV news anchor Bob Kelly spotted a visibly swollen eye while on air after being sucker punched in an attack he blamed on a TikTok challenge. It was frightening, disturbing event that apparently was incited by this TikTok challenge, similar to what you have seen happen to Cardi B with the water and being videoed, Kelly said. But again, we've heard about the knockout game for a very long time. That dates back about probably a decade at this point in time. No, just okay, because we see TikTok trends, okay, Instagram trends, social media trends all the time. Okay, you got planking, Tide Pod challenge, all of these absurd things. I'm sure there's hundreds and thousands of them that I'm not even aware of. Those are just the two that immediately came to mind that were infinitely stupid. The ice bucket challenge. There's another one that just all seemed harmless until some asshole decided, I need to make sure that my water's real cold, so I put it in the freezer for a minute and then dumped it on their head and then just ended up knocking themselves out. That shit was hilarious. But even still, the lengths to which people will go to simply get attention online. I talk about this a lot on the other side with the women that are out there. They'll just go ahead and spread their asshole open and say that I'm empowered and sex work is real work in order to just get fame, money, and clout online for doing the bare minimum. By showing their bare minimum. You don't get respect for doing this because, okay, what do you end up proving at the end of the day? Okay, you end up going viral. Okay, you knock somebody out, you get a video that's out there. 3/4 of the people hate you. Maybe 20% of people think that, that's a good punch. Then 5% of people will be cheering it on because they want to see them white motherfuckers end up getting the comeuppance that they deserve. What's your end game? What is your end game? But then again, these kids don't think that far ahead. Like, what is it? There was a poll. There was some research being done. This is probably a little bit out of date, but I'm sure that the numbers probably still correlate with today's data. They were asking a certain sect of school children what they want to be when they grow up in the United States. And there was another study being simultaneously run in China. Okay, they were asking, I think it was either 3rd or 5th graders or something like that. But whatever. Okay, regardless. So grade schoolers. They asked the Chinese kids what they want to be when they grow up, and they said scientists, doctors, astronauts. Those were the top 3 in no specific order, desired careers when they grow up. You know what the number 1 choice for kids in the United States was? Social media influencer. They want to go out there and they just want to be content creators. They just want to follow the trends that are out there. And you know what? Most of those trends that are out there, they're gone in an instant. For as many as I could recall off the top of my head, there are probably other ones that are going on right now simultaneously that nobody's going to care about in a week's time, let alone launch any careers. For everybody that you see in the headlines getting all the attention on social media, there are thousands of others that have come and gone that have totally failed and flamed out. As the public school system continues to rot the youth's minds that are coming up, teaching them absolutely useless information, that the only thing that is important is your immutable characteristics, and given if the good Lord either imbued you with the ones of oppression or gifted you the ones of oppression, that determines your life going forward. Instead of solving math problems, you get told that men experience periods too. Really does all come back to the way that everybody's being raised, and boy, we are just right here. We are at the precipice of this next generation, and yeah, for as many problems as the millennial generation had, Gen Z, what I'm seeing, okay, to quote a great man, they're not quite sending their best, folks. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.